are gathered here on a Civil War battlefield. See, what happens for a lot of people is they visit Chattanooga, maybe they're doing the tourist thing or whatever the case may be, and they ask around and say, well, what should we do while we're here? And somebody says, well, go see Lookout Mountain. So you ride the train up or you drive up, and kind of the first clue that suddenly you realize you're in a Civil War battlefield is when you walk through those gates and you see there's this big monument right here, or these cannon. Or if you're out here in the summer, you see me dressed up like a crazy person. And that's your cue that, hey, we're in a Civil War battlefield. But you are. If you were sitting in this spot on November the 24th, the year 1863, during the American Civil War, you guys would be a Confederate Army artillery position. You guys would be the gun crews for these cannon here. And your mission would be to try to starve the Union Army, which has occupied the city of Chattanooga, an important railroad hub. Union Army is there. Their supply base is back behind you guys at Bridgeport, Alabama. Your job is to make sure that the food there doesn't get to the soldiers there. And you're sitting right between them. You're pretty good at your job. But on November 24th, 1863, about 10,000 Union soldiers stormed this position. Now, they didn't charge straight up the side of the mountain right where you are. Rather, they came up the side from Lookout Valley. That's this valley off to your left and behind you guys. Kind of came up and then swung around this way. If you can kind of tell how there's a vertical face behind me, like a vertical rock face, they were kind of right down at the base of that, especially down and around an area called the Craven's House. And so we can't recreate this Battle of Lookout Mountain. All right? For starters, we wouldn't want to. Anybody who's ever been in combat will tell you that's not fun in games to recreate for fun and in the enjoyment of a crowd. Also, too, is this just sheer numbers. In order to recreate the Battle of Lookout Mountain, I would need 10,000 people wearing Union Army uniforms like me. I'd need 2,000 people wearing Confederate Army uniforms, and that's just not going to happen. But what I am going to try to do is give you a little tiny taste of a sensory experience of what it would have looked like or sounded like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load and fire this weapon. And as I do, what I want you to do is take what you see and hear, and in your brain, imagine, say, 10,000 people doing this kind of all at once. Now, because I know some people are curious about historic weapons, this is a reproduction of the U.S. 1861 Springfield rifled musket. It's one of those widely used weapons by the Union Army during the Civil War. But like most Civil War weapons, it is a single-shot muzzle-loading weapon. And it works like this. Soldiers have got to take a cartridge out of their cartridge box, and a cartridge is just a paper tube, if I can fish one out here. They're all stuck. All right. And it's just a paper tube that would have gunpowder and a bullet. Now remember, I don't have a bullet. I'm shooting just gunpowder today, a blank charge. But it's going to load the same. I'm going to tear it open with my teeth. Then I'm going to pour everything down the barrel like so. It's a little wonky when you're shooting a blank sometimes. Then I'm going to draw my rammer. I'm going to ram it down like so. I'm going to return my rammer. The way I'm actually going to set the weapon off is with what's called a percussion cap, which if you ever played with a cap gun when you were a kid, that's basically all.